Hi there, this is Olusegun coming of Nosa Capital, coming to you on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be looking again at a quick review of the S&P 500 E-mini futures. And as always, we start with the higher time frames. And here we're looking at the weekly charts. As we can see, the price action had been bearish at one point because it was under the cloud, but it's now within the cloud. Again, we can see like this very light brown or dark orange line. You can see here that's the Kijun Sen above the Tenkan Sen, which also indicates a sort of bullish, bearish sentiment, not bullish, bearish sentiment. Also, we see that our Chiku span is running free. It's not caught up within anything yet, but it may find resistance from this price action here if it gets caught up within the price action, which would then the price action will act as congestion, hence not allowing the price levels to rise. This may be the case, as you can see, because if you look at this last, let's make it a little bit bigger here. It's an inverse hammer, which means that it seems the price action seems to have run out of strength going upwards, and nothing more but downward pressure is here. In order for us to confirm that, let us have a quick look at the lower time frames. So let's go down to the daily and let's see what the daily offers us here. Right, as we can see here, ladies and gentlemen, this is definitely, the sentiment here is bullish, and that's because the price action is above the cloud. The Tenkan Sen is definitely above the Kijun Sen, and of course our Chiku span here is running free. However, we can also see that this last candle here is beneath the Tenkan Sen, which might indicate a little bit of weakness, but that's too early to say. Now, if there are 2 or 3 of these candles closing, their closing prices beneath the Tenkan Sen, then we start getting concerned to see if this trend is coming, the upward trend is coming to an end. There's a little bit of consolidation here because we can see that the Tenkan Sen here is becoming flat. That does not mean that there are no opportunities. Let me just take that out. So there we are. That doesn't mean that there are no opportunities, perhaps in the scalping opportunities, either up or down, depending on what takes your fancy. Anyway, and finally, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the bridge between the swing trading and long-term trading, which is the 4-hour charts. Again, as we can see here, the 4-hour chart is sentiment overall is bullish. As always, the price action here is above the cloud, but it's weekly bullish because of 2 particular things. One, you can see that the Tenkan Sen is just snaking above. I mean, the Kijun Sen is sticking just above the Tenkan Sen here, and we can see that our Chiku span here is kind of got congested with the Tenkan Sen. Now, this Tenkan Sen here, ladies and gentlemen, might act as support, and if it does, that means that we are likely to see a price rise. I call on any trader out there to be a little bit cautious. Keep your eyes and ears open on this one. Again, there might be scalping opportunities, but one never knows with the markets these days. I mean, we may lose a further few points coming down the line. I think things are most likely going to pick up, because if we look at our CHOP fractal energy index, indicator here, we can see that first of all the choppiness index, which is the yellow one here, that's at about 37.06. Now, based on choppiness, anything below 38.1 begins to give you a bit of a bearish feel. Secondly, the cyan colored line here, this is the Laguerre RSI, and that's firmly at the bottom here, which means that this downward trend might continue for a while. Looking again at the last couple of candles, let's just increase that slightly, and then let's just remove the Ichimoku for a moment. There you can see here is a little bit of an upside down doji here, which is showing that there's a little bit of an exhaustion in prices going up. Like I said before, we should be cautious. We need to be very cautious because The idea is not to lose money here. You're not out there to just put your money out there and lose it because you want to make some profits. It might be better to sit this one out, determine what direction if you've not got in yet, and then wait for your opportunity. There will always be opportunities in the market. The market is just like buzzes. If you stand out there waiting for a buzz, you miss the first one, another one will come along. Another opportunity will definitely come along in the market. As I said before, there might be scalping opportunities, but who knows? Keep your eyes out there and keep your eyes and ears out there and see what is going on. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, the markets are never, you can never tell what the markets are going to do. That means that your guess is always as good as mine. Keep your eyes and ears open and your trading sharp. Have a good one. Bye.